Hey everyone, guys, Soul City, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the wild and wondrous world of the Amazon rainforest. Buckle up, because this is going to be an epic ride through the largest tropical rainforest on the planet, packed with incredible creatures and jaw-dropping facts. Let's get started. This is the world's largest tropical rainforest, and it's sliced right through by none other than the world's biggest river, the Amazon River. Stretching an insane 600 kilometers, this beast starts in the Andes Mountains of Peru. From there, it twists and turns, picking up its tributaries along the way, winding through the jungles of Ecuador, Colombia, and Venezuela before hitting Brazil. Imagine that, a river so massive it carves its own path through nature's masterpiece. Now picture this, Amazonia is about 9 times the size of Texas. Up in the treetops, you've got this whole other world buzzing with life. We're talking the most diverse collection of plants and animals anywhere on Earth. For the longest time, these dense jungles were so wild that even the bravest scientists couldn't crack them open. But now, experts say that half of the world's species call this canopy home. Mind-blowing, right? Let's meet some of these incredible residents. We've got at least 300 types of mammals roaming around, 175 species of lizards, over 400 kinds of reptiles and amphibians, a ton of tree-climbing champs, and get this, 1/3 of all the birds in the world. These creatures come in every shape, size, and color you can imagine, each with their own unique voice echoing through the jungle. This canopy stretches out for thousands of kilometers, and it's so thick that only 10% of the sunlight makes it to the forest floor. That creates this high-rise paradise where survival is a fierce game. Over millions of years, evolution has churned out some seriously well-adapted species to handle the competition. Take the harpy eagle, for example, the world's most powerful predatory bird. This guy's so strong, it can snatch up a full-grown monkey and fly off like it's no big deal. Sloths, porcupines, and parrots? They're on the menu too. For monkeys, agility is their superpower. And they've got a secret weapon, the prehensile tail. That's right, a tail that grips like a fifth hand. Amazonia has more animals with prehensile tails than anywhere else, and it's a total game changer up in the canopy. From above, the canopy looks like a solid 65-meter-tall green tent with no gaps. But here's the twist. The treetops barely touch. That little trick stops insects from hopping from one tree to the next. For monkeys, this canopy is basically a giant playground built just for them. They're swinging around like pros, thanks to adaptations like that prehensile tail. Picture a 9-kilogram woolly monkey zipping through the trees. Those tails are like built-in ropes. These guys rarely need to drop below 7 meters from the treetops. That tail lets them hang out, grab branches, and even pluck fruits they couldn't reach otherwise. With flips and swings like that, they'd give Olympic gymnasts a run for their money. Most woolly monkeys roll in groups, but it's not all buddy-buddy up there. Their screaming and shouting can outdo their bites, and their rough-and-tumble fights? Not too serious, they bounce back just fine. Now let's talk sloths. Evolution dropped these guys into the canopy with a chill vibe. They're the slowest mammals on Earth. 2 kilometers would take them a whole month. They can stand, but walking? Nope. On the ground, they drag themselves along, but throw them in water. And they're surprisingly speedy. With half the muscle mass of other mammals their size, sloths scrape by on a super basic diet. 3-toed sloths pick leaves no one else can stomach to dodge the food fight. That low-calorie leaf diet means they've got 0 energy to spare. After chowing down on leaves, twigs, and buds, it takes them 100 hours to digest. To keep going, they sleep 19 hours a day. Predators? No problem. They can spin their heads almost all the way around to keep watch. Here's a wild one. Sloths are the only wild animals with plants growing on them. Their hair has tiny grooves where olive green algae sprout, helping them blend in and hide from the harpy eagle. They have one baby at a time, clinging to mum for 6 to 9 months. Sloths aren't fighters, but every mum's got a trick or two to protect her little one. Meet the howler monkeys, the biggest primates in the New World. They're not picky eaters, which might explain why they're everywhere in Amazonia. Like sloths, they've got slow metabolisms. After a chilly night, they climb to the canopy's top branches to soak up the morning sun. They spend most of their time munching leaves, resting 70% of the day, so no big jungle adventures for them. Compared to other monkeys, howlers don't travel far, but what they lack in energy, they make up for in volume. Their howling beats out every ground dweller in the game, only the blue whales louder. Those roars carry 5 kilometers through the dense jungle. Early explorers heard them and bolted, thinking monsters were on their tail. But really, those howls keep the peace, marking territory and avoiding troop clashes. In this multi-layered canopy world, the lower ranks are always scrapping for a spot. The harpy eagle, total boss, with claws as big as a grizzly bear's. In Greek mythology, harpies are half woman, half bird, swooping down to grab souls. Our harpy eagle's just as fierce. 2-meter wings and surprise attacks are its thing. But in the tropics, fighting's a last resort. Even a tiny scratch can spark deadly infections from millions of nasty germs. To dodge surprise run-ins, animals keep announcing themselves. Howlers use their voices. Squirrel monkeys? They've got a quieter, kind of rude trick, peeing on their hands and feet to spread their scent wherever they go. No system's perfect, though. When everyone's this close, fights over space are tough to avoid. Capuchin monkeys outweigh squirrel monkeys, but their tails aren't as grippy. One of them fought hard, but got chased out of the canopy. Sometimes you can't even tell why they're brawling, especially when it's not an obvious rivalry. Golden-haired wrens are nosy little birds, always spying on their neighbors, especially when it's a stunner like a macaw. With sharp eyes and ears, they watch the macaw's every move. But the macaw's not thrilled about it. Those powerful claws and nutcracker beak make it a risky game, especially solo. Caught in the middle, the wren figured it was time to bounce. Once it's split, the macaw pair could focus on bigger things. Breeding season's coming up. They kick it off by preening each other's faces. These birds pick mates for life, raising gorgeous chicks that stick around for up to 2 years. In the Amazon rainforest, the tightest bond is between animals and trees. Every leaf under the canopy is an energy bomb, cooked up by the jungle with sunlight. This self-sustaining setup keeps the trees and a zillion herbivores alive. Those little critters, like leafcutter ants, run the show. They harvest 1/6 of Amazonia's leaves with their jaws. In their colonies, female workers grind it out, trekking 60 meters to snag leaves and haul them home. For us, that's like lifting 225 kilograms and sprinting 1.5 kilometers in 4 minutes. These ants turn those leaves into compost for their massive underground fungus gardens. That's it for today's wild journey through the Amazon. What's your favorite canopy critter? Drop it in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more epic nature adventures. See you next time.